Ready, Freddy's, let's go. Okay, we're back with Wolf Tales. Where did we stop last time?
We were in the bedroom.
Oh, okay, we brought them back after the snowstorm. And then we were searching for a route to possibly get them home.
Uh-huh.
And then we went to Sleepy's, and then we woke back up. Yeah, now we're back. Okay. Continue, narrator. Well, whenever you're ready.
Oh, I'm. Oh, right. Oh, shoot. Okay. Having that for a while yesterday evening, I waked up earlier than usual this morning. Long before my largely unnecessary alarm clock can wake me up, I arise from my bed and begin to stretch.
All the stretchies.
Unfortunately, even though I woken up early, there's no reason for me to be awake at such time. It isn't yet warm enough to work, and there are no time-sensitive activities in my list of things to do. All I've done is deny myself to sleep in. I guess I'll go check on the girls. Maybe they have something they want to do this morning? I walked into the living room, expecting to see Nori cooking, and Fuyu sitting on the floor behind her impatiently. Surprisingly, however...
Oh, we Sleepy's again. Oh, I love that CG so much. It's so cute.
The two wolf girls are yet to awaken. Huh, looks like I'm the first one out. I guess they're too comfortable to move the way they are now. Watching over the two for a moment, I smiled and that smile naturally begins to creep into my face. Nori and Fuyu snuggle together, sharing one another's body warmth, resting on the other's fur, generally finding pleasure in being in with the other. It's not for the cuteness of their action, I'd probably be jealous. What am I thinking? This is nothing to be jealous of.
I want to be comfy cozy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
In fact, I should be thinking of ways to get rid of them even one day sooner.
No, don't do it.
I don't want to! It's for their sake and mine. Then we go our separate ways as soon as possible. Everyone knows that humans and half-humans aren't supposed to get involved with one another. We're too different, and having one try to integrate into the society of the other will only result in pain for both sides.
That's literally our VTuber duo, though, actually. Human and half-human.
That's a good thing, though. Over the years, many cautionary tales have been told regarding humans and half-humans getting along.
Yeah, we make it work.
We do! Humans feeding starving half-humans only to them becoming their dessert.
Hello, Kitty. Welcome back.
Half-humans seeking refuge in human homes, ultimately slaughtering the families within and stealing their shelter.
They would never. Look at those faces.
I know! There have been even cases of mass killings on both sides, starting with nothing more than subtle differences in their ways of life. In hindsight, I've taken on a pretty substantial risk by taking a half-wolf, a member of one of the most aggressive and bestial races, into my home. That being said, looking at these two right now, pretty hard to imagine either one of them turning on me. Hell, Nori acts more human than most of the people I've ever known. She certainly knows her way around the kitchen better than I do. Speaking of which...
It's breakfast time!
Prying myself away from the adorable sight, I walk into the storeroom in search of something easy to cook for breakfast. When I started to prod around in the storeroom, however, I quickly realized something important. Where did all the food go?
They ate her entire stash.
Oh, I thought I had enough to last until summer. I know those two eat a lot more than I do, but we shouldn't have gone through that much food already. Perplexed, I scratch my head. Possible that Miri may have moved the rest of the supplies when she was cleaning up, but without knowing where she moved them to. That thought does me a little good. I guess I'll go make a trip down into town after all. I was hoping to put this off until summer, but in a way, this might be for the best. And a more up-to-date map would be helpful after all, and I do need to gather information about the recent changes to the terrain. Off to town I go then.
And she's going to leave the girls there all alone.
Without dallying any further, I grab my keys and head to the side of the town. Then jump into my truck, turn the key, start to rev up the engine. Come on, you stupid thing. It hasn't been that long since I last drove you.
Yeah, you literally drove, like, not that long ago to chase after them.
I continue to rev the engine in an attempt to warm the truck up. Unfortunately, my efforts seem to result in nothing but an increased level of noise. Come on, you good-for-nothing. Huh?
What is happening? Stay away from the princess, you!
The hell? I turn to look around that house only to find out I've woken my guests.
They're angry at the car.
Rather than address me personally, however, the two girls seem to be fixated on my truck.
Hey, look, it has rouge! It does, too. Give her back, beast! Cut you over with my claws if I have to. Be careful, Fuyu, we don't know what it's capable of. Don't worry, princess, I've got this.
Fuyu slowly approaches. Her hair is standing on end, her claws already by her sides, and her teeth are bared.
I'll help too. We're coming for you, Rouge.
Mirai behind her, Mirai steps forward warily. Armed with a frying pan from the kitchen, Mirai looks like a frightened housewife rather than a wolf. Nonetheless, she comes forth bravely, ready to fight my truck for the sake of freeing the person trapped within.
I'm gonna lower the music a little bit more. Say it aloud. Okay.
Girls, please stop that.
Please, that's my truck.
I'm sorry I scared you, but I'm fine, really. You've seen my truck before, remember?
I can still hear the human speak from within its belly. Rouge must still be okay. Yeah, but not for long. We need to get her out of there before the beast finishes digesting her. How do we do that? Do you know how to fight this thing? No, but I'd wager that it's no different than any other beast. Tear its throat out with your teeth and it'll die. Tear its... I couldn't possibly... Don't worry, princess. I'll do it.
No, Don't you do it either. Just go back in the cabin, okay? This hunk of junk is nothing for you to get worked up about.
Fuyu? Don't listen to it, princess. The beast is mimicking Rouge's voice, so that will let her guard down. As soon as we turn our backs, it'll pounce. Eep!
For the love of God. Before you can scratch the paint on my truck, I turn the engine off and hop out. Look, I keep telling you I'm fine. Whoa.
Rouge! Oh, thank goodness you're alright. I was so scared. I heard a ferocious rumbling the moment I woke up, and when I came out to see what it was, the beast had already eaten you whole. I thought we were too late, and that you...
I exhaled deeply and placed my hand on Mary's head. There, it's all right. This is nothing to be worried about.
But Rouge... Ha! Is it truly dead?
With Mary cowering behind me, I watch in amazement as Fuyu continues to cautiously poke my truck with her claws. Fuyu, you don't need to do that. It's a machine, just like a kettle with a television. It isn't going to hurt you.
Like I believe that. This creature has already devoured you whole once. If it isn't dead, then what is stopping it from doing so again?
I scratch my head in confusion as I try to think of a way to explain to you how vehicles work.
It's really an odd thing, isn't it?
Given her reaction to the noise and commotion it has generated so far, however, that may easier been said than done. Forget it. You know what? I tamed it. I tamed the beast. It's under my control now. It won't harm anyone ever again.
Oh, I see. Amazing! As expected of Rouge.
You're fucking with me. They won't accept that it's a machine, but they bought it that explanation straight away.
Listen. Simple minds, simple explanations. It works.
God damn it. Already far more exhausted than I should be given the time of day, I sigh once more and walk the girls back inside. Alright girls, I'm back. I have enough canned food to last for 3 winters, even taking into account Fuyu's appetite. I also bought a new map and some rechargeable batteries for the radio. Who wants to help me unload the truck? Really, without attacking me.
Please, please don't destroy my car.
Girls? I entered the cabin surprised to find it both quiet and empty.
Oh no.
As I walk through the cabin, I soon hear the sound of someone talking, though I can't yet make out what they're saying. Girls?
It's what I'm telling you. We need to go now. What do you think is going to happen if we keep wasting our time here? You think your mother's going to live forever and she'll just keep on doing your duty for you? I know it isn't fair on my mother. I know I should return if only for her sake, but what? You'd rather hang out here playing housewife to some human? I mean, I like her being a housewife. What's wrong with that? I like you here, okay? I enjoy human culture far more than our own. There's no hunting or sacrificing the weak, no fighting over food or warmth or constant power struggles. Well, I mean, we do have power struggles, but we're not going to talk about that right now. So why shouldn't I stay here? What does our pack have to offer that's so special? It isn't just about what the pack can offer you, it's about what you can offer the pack. Our kin expect you to lead them. It's just as your father did before you and your mother's doing right now. Are you going to let them all down because of your own selfishness? Why shouldn't I? I'm sick and tired of being everyone's princess and being held on some kind of pedestal because of who my father was. I don't want to be a leader. Just because everyone keeps saying I'll be the next pack leader, that doesn't make it true. All I want is to live out my days in peace, like a human. She did not.
Sound of chatter dies down in an instant. All that I can hear heard throughout the cabin is the echo of Louis' palm striking Mary's cheek.
How dare she?
Unsure whether I should step in or not, I remain frozen on the spot, watching silently who will make the first move.
I'm sorry. Sorry for letting you all down like this. My mind is made up. I will not return to the pack. Fine. Have it your way, princess. We'd be better off without a selfish human sympathizer like you leading us anyway. Ouch.
Louis pushes past Mary and heads for the door. Yes.
This is the choice. The main choice that decides the ending. But read the text first.
Without saying another word, Mary rubs her cheek, quietly fighting back tears as she tries to remain strong. Shit.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make an extra slot so we can see the other ending if we want to, okay?
Alright.
So decide what you want to do. And then we'll check out the other ending after.
Because I wonder if I can bring back Fuyu, but...
No matter what you pick, no one's gonna die. This just decides, like... Well, I don't want to spoil. I already know the answer because I looked at the guide, but...
Alright, I want to comfort Mary.
Okay. We'll do the other ending after.
Once Fuyu has left the cabin, I make my presence known. I walk straight over to Mary and kneel down in front of her, bringing my face to her level as she sits on the couch and quietly sobs.
Rouge, how long were you?
Long enough. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop.
No, it's nothing you need to apologize for. This is your home. You have a right to hear any conversations which take place within these walls.
Mary straightens her back and looks at me as she talks, but soon begins to slouch forward. Even if my presence is a welcome distraction, it isn't enough to make her forget about her worries. So that fight you and Fuyu just had...
It was not a fight.
Mary speaks hoarsely as she shakes her head.
We were simply reaffirming one another's positions. The conversation was long overdue.
I see. Does your conversations normally end with Fuyu hitting you?
Well...
Mary immediately opens her mouth to deny my claim, but instead finds herself without words. Whether she cares to admit it or not, Mary's conversation with Fuyu didn't end well.
So you saw that?
I could have heard it from outside. Why didn't you defend yourself? Having a difference of opinion is one thing, but getting physical is a bit much, even for Fuyu.
No, you're wrong. Even if Fuyu had left lacerations all across my face, it still wouldn't be anywhere near enough to punish me for what I'd done. Ouch.
You mean for running away from home? If so, then I still think that this is rather extreme. Even if Fuyu's mad about you leaving her behind, there's no reason to get physical. Besides, you shouldn't have to go along with what everyone else expects you to do, just because you don't want to let them down. Nobody gets to tell you how to live. You have to make your own life decisions, even if other people don't agree with them.
Preach! That's so true. You gotta do what's best for you, regardless of what it does to other people. It's necessary sacrifices for your own mental and physical health.
And boy, will they disagree with me.
Life lessons from Heather today, guys.
My ears are still ringing from the chiding I got when I announced that I'd be moving out.
Thank you for your kind words, Rouge, but I'm afraid my situation isn't so simple. And of all the people affected by my decision, Fuyu's the one person to whom I'll never be able to speak about this matter on equal ground.
Mary looks at a soft side and looks at my face.
You remember how I told you about Fuyu being a runt, and her family going to great lengths in order to rejoin the pack after raising her all on their own? The way I see it, Fuyu's family have already gone through so much because of my parents. They were forced to choose between the pack and their only daughter. They were exiled, and then they were made servile upon their return. Despite being treated so poorly, Fuyu's family have abided by the laws of the pack every step of the way. They work harder than any other members of the pack. They're willing to do anything to ensure its survival, and not once have they spoken ill of my parents. And yet...
Mary casts her gaze downward once more as she begins to grasp at the hem of her dress.
those people who were once exiled have done everything in their power to make our pack what it is today. On the other hand, I, the daughter of the current and previous pack leaders, want nothing more than to leave it all behind. Everything they've been through, everything they've endured, it was all for something that I now want to discard. When I think about it like that, I can't even begin to imagine how Fuyu must feel. For someone like me, who has been handed everything in life, to willingly throw everything that she and her family have worked so hard to protect. If I were in Fuyu's place, a mere slap wouldn't even begin to convey my ire. Aww.
Mary fights back tears as her hands begin to tremble.
I want to hug her.
Despite her resolution to leave the pack, she understands all too well what her departure will mean for those left behind. I understand that feeling.
Yeah.
I see. It's a difficult situation to be in, but believe it or not, I understand your feelings better than you think.
My feelings? No, but Fuyu is the one...
Mary stops mid-sentence as I suddenly sit back beside her, place my hand over hers. Mary, you're a good friend for thinking about Fuyu's feelings to this degree. There are plenty of people in this world who would have just left their friends and family behind without giving them a second thought. In that regard, you already done right by Fuyu. But you know, even if you are worried about Fuyu's feels, you can't let her happiness trample all over your own.
That's true.
I think good will come from you forcing yourself to take over for your parents. You won't be happy. The pack won't be happy, and Fuyu definitely won't be happy. Right now, you're probably thinking that caving in into their demands would be the easiest way to make everything turn out okay. You're thinking that if you just give up on your own dreams and stop being selfish, then everyone would be happy. But you know, reality is never that kind. Mary sat from within itself.
You know, when I see you, Rouge, a woman living all on her own, I thought about how I could also do that.
Damn, this is oddly getting relatable by the minute.
Right?
I literally, I felt her. Like, damn.
Yeah, right?
My situation is really uncommon, honestly, especially for women.
But still it is so. You're able to live out here and fend for yourself. That must take a remarkable amount of courage. You, Fuyu, my mother, you're also steadfast and resolute. So why can't I be? Why can't I stop being weak?
Mary.
It was different when it was just my mother and Fuyu who I was comparing myself to. But now with you, now I know I have no excuse. This is just how I am. I was simply born weak.
No, that's... Can't have her thinking this way, especially when I'm not as strong as she thinks. Mary, do you even know why I live out here? All alone in the middle of nowhere, far away from the nearest human settlement?
If I recall correctly, you said previously that's because you don't get along well with others.
That's the short version of it, yeah, but the truth is it's more complicated than that. You see, before I moved out here, I was in a situation similar to yours. Not as far as being a princess and becoming a pack leader are concerned, but in terms of my parents' death and legacy. My parents always wanted me to take over the family business as their only child. They just naturally assumed that I would follow in their footsteps. Jesus Christ. Sorry, you know, This is okay. They trained me up, made me work for them part-time through high school and college, and tried to micromanage every aspect of my. Oh my. Sorry. This is
Is it hitting you?
oddly getting relatable.
Relatable. Damn.
Like, well, I mean, okay, my dad's a good person, but he's not real. But anyways, moving on. I made it well into my teens without a single shred of enjoyment or free time to have it myself. My life was all according to their whims. But when time came for me to take over, as directed in their will, I finally realized something what they wanted me to do didn't matter, and they couldn't make me do their bidding anymore. My parents are dead. Anything I do or don't doesn't matter to them in the slightest. The only person whose life my decisions will shape in my own, and if I'm going to live my life, I'm doing it anyway.
Doing it my way. Hell yeah.
Coming to that conclusion, I sold the family business despite the protests of my relatives and got the hell out of there as quickly as I could. Okay, it's oddly getting. Okay, well, damn. I moved out here, away from everyone and everything, and despite the hardships of living out here, I can honestly say that I've never been happier. For the first time in my life, I'm free. My decisions are my own, my schedule is my own, and there's nobody around to tell me what I can or can't do.
Man, that sounds like the fucking life, right? I
Yeah.
wish. I wish so hard.
I take a deep breath as I finally finish talking. Talking about myself at length has me tired now, but going by the smile on Mary's lips, it seems to have the desired effect.
That's an amazing story, Rouge. I don't quite understand everything you said, but from what I gather, our situations are actually quite similar. While it might be insensitive of me to say this, in light of your family situation, I'm glad to hear that we are alike. Oh.
Mary leans on my shoulder, resting more and more of her body weight on me as she continues to settle down. Rather than respond to my story verbally or bring up her talk with you once more, Mary seems content to simply sit by me, resting on my arm. And for the first time, I'm happy to do the same. I realize that her problems won't vanish after a single talk. Her relationship with Fuyu won't magically become less complicated, and the matter of leading their pack isn't going to resolve itself. But for now, as long as it's just the two of us sitting here side by side, those matters all seem like problems for another day.
No.
Once Fuyu has returned to the cabin, it takes no time at all for the two wolf girls to make up. With Mira taking the lead, both girls are soon in tears, apologizing to one another and wishing to make amends. I watch on in relief, glad to see the two friends on good terms once more. Maybe the fight wasn't as bad as it sounded. Either that, or this is the first time that they've had this particular fight.
I had a feeling they've had this fight a few times.
Whatever the case, I'm glad those two are getting along again.
Rouge?
I look down as Mira leaves Fuyu's side and suddenly addresses me. Yes, Mary?
I just wanted to thank you one more time.
Thank me? For what? I didn't do anything. You two made that all up on your own. Mary shakes her head.
Not that, or perhaps I should say not just that. Rouge, you've done so much for us, all without asking for a thing in return. Got me thinking, maybe there's something we can do for you after all.
Okay then. I thought cooking and cleaning already counted as a pretty much nice thank you, but what do you have in mind? Bearing a look at one another, they nod in agreement.
You'll see soon enough. Grab a thick coat. We'd hate to have you freeze to death on the way over. Wait, what? Where are we going? Oh, look at the wood landscape. That's so pretty.
Dressed in a thick coat, I follow the girls outside and head down the path they previously attempted to take home. For the moment we leave the cabin, Mary is smiling from ear to ear, even Fuyu can't completely contain her excitement. Wherever we're going, it must be somewhere pretty special. Much farther?
It isn't far now, Rouge. Just hang in there a little while longer. Yeah, don't collapse on us now. What kind of independent woman are you?
One who already spent enough time outside today?
That's me. If you have the energy to retort, you should be fine. Don't worry, it really is only a short walk from here. And any second, we'll be able to... Ah, there it is!
Mary jumps up and down on the spot while pointing towards the mountain. I strain my eyes to see what she's excited about. All I can see is a hole in the side of the mountain. What is it? Cave?
Oh, is it their den? Not just
Not
any
just any-
cave. Yes, this is what can be found inside of the cave that matters.
Inside of the cave? Huh? You better not be leading me into the bear's den or anything.
Of course not. Don't be silly, Rouge. Yeah, the bears are all hibernating this time of year anyway. So even if we wanted to get rid of you, luring you into a bear's den would be a poor way to do it.
It worries me to see that you seem to have given this some thought.
Oh, it's so pretty!
Despite my apprehension, I followed the wolf girls to the mouth of the cave. After spending a short walking through the cave, the temperature begins to rise to the point where I feel comfortable taking my coat off. Finally, as we near the cave's innermost point, I understand what it is that the girls wanted to show me.
Oh, lick! Oh, is it a hot spring? Ah! It feels so good! It
In the
is a
depths of the
natural hot
cave,
spring.
we find all things a natural hot spring. Doubting my own eyes, I stand in front of the hot spring, mouth the gate, while the girls cast aside their clothes and jump in without hesitation. You see, I wasn't... See, if I, like, get in and I get out, wouldn't I be, like, freezing cold?
That's
though?
what I was thinking, yeah.
A hot spring? Here? How does that work? Is this a dormant volcano or something?
Who cares? The water feels great. You can say that again. Come in and join us, Rouge.
No, I think I'll stay out here.
Why?
Well, I mean, the water's probably filled with bacteria, not to mention all sorts of sharp rocks on the base of it. I think I'll be safer out here.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. We brought you here to thank you, Rouge. We can't do that if you don't get in.
Oh, believe me, this is already thanks enough. Ugh. I avert my gaze as I try to distract myself from the sublime figures of the two naked wolf girls in front of me. Seeing my reaction, Mary pouts and swims closer. Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Isn't it obvious? If you won't get in on your own, then I'll just have to pull you in.
At least let me... If you pull me away right now, my clothes are gonna get soaked and I'll freeze to death on my way home.
And take them off and jump in yourself.
Liu snickers as Mirai shows a surprisingly forceful side of her personality.
Should have told me to bring a swimsuit or something.
You know, right? Seems like she doesn't like the idea of her kindness being refused.
So? Hurry up!
Feeling the effects of peer pressure, I begin to strip the rest of my clothing. My only worry is that, like, I'm gonna be freezing afterwards.
Right? Should have brought some towels or something, I guess.
Finally, I'm down to my panties, which I wordlessly strip away, all the while strategically fighting myself in modesty. Hiding my sensitive fist with my hand, nervously standing in front of the two curious wolf girls.
We're just bathing. Stop being such a prude.
So I'm the weird one here for having shame, am I? Whatever. Don't say I didn't warn you. Moving closer to the water, I realize I can't get in the water without completely exposing myself. I'll have to use my hands on the edge of the rock. I decide that getting in from the back-facing view will be more modest. As soon as I turn around...
Ugh, she's so strange looking.
What? Don't say that about a girl's body!
Ouch. Talking about your butt, idiot. It looks so weird that you don't have a tail. It's just sticking out. I can totally see all of your butt.
Embarrassed and angry, I quickly sink into the hot water. Little pinpricks sting all around my body, and for a second I worry it's going to be too hot. Then the feeling dissipates. Soon I'm able to adjust to the temperature and relax. Well, sort of. Fuyou is staring at me, even trying to hide it. Her eyes are sharp, and she pays absolutely no mind to my feelings of embarrassment. She's pretty much the worst possible person for a newbie to the art of public bathing to be around.
We really are similar. It's so strange seeing a naked human girl.
Do you want me to get up so you can have a closer look?
Oh yes, go ahead and come closer.
I was being sarcastic. Do you have any idea how rude you're being? Put yourself in my position.
What position? Humans don't bathe around each other, Fuyou. They feel embarrassment when exposing themselves in the nude to others. Oh.
Despite this explanation, Fuyou continues staring. Fine, whatever. I don't care. The feeling of the effects of the relaxing water, I'd let my arms drift away from my body, no longer caring that Fuyou is scrutinizing me. Wow, you girls weren't kidding.
Right? I found this place the last time I ran away from the pack.
Nice to hear that something good came out of your mischief.
Something good always comes of my mischief.
Mary smiles quietly as she brings one hand to her face. Ever since she jumped in the hot spring, Mary has been acting less reserved than usual. I guess a little bit of mischief is okay now and then, considering how well behaved you usually are. Though, speaking of mischief, I turn around to look at Fuyou. Rather than join Mary,
Very interesting scene. Listen, Rainer, don't judge.
She continues to squirm around, rubbing her thighs together with a red face. Oh, we're getting gay vibes.
Oh no!
It couldn't be. Ever since I stopped trying to hide my body in front of her, Fuyou has been keeping to herself.
What do we have here? What are you doing hiding over there? What? Princess, what are you at?
Seeing Fuyou sitting all by herself, Mira decides it's time to intervene.
Oh no, you have to clean yourself properly, Fuyou. I know you usually just lick yourself clean, but it would be a shame to let this opportunity go to waste. No, Princess, don't! Oh no, I'm not talking about the boobs. Your boobs have grown again, haven't they, Fuyou? And your skin is so smooth. I'm surprised it's still so gorgeous considering how rarely you bathe. Princess, please stop this. What has gotten into you? Is this water messing with your brain? Don't be like that. I'm not the only one acting different, right? I can wash myself. Please, please, Princess, just... Yeah!
Mira, Fuyou continue to play in the water while I desperately try to hide my reaction. I don't think I'm going to be able to relax much during this bath either. Hang on. Give me 1 second.
Okay, I'll save.
I just need to... Shoot, hang on, sorry, my mic. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You're
Sorry,
good.
my batteries were low. Following an uneventful walk back to the cabin, the rest of our day proceeds without incident. Mary, back to her old self, cooks dinner for the three of us, all the while acting like the events in the hot spring never happened. Fuyou, on the other hand, has been uncharacteristically quiet and submissive. She's been kept to herself and hasn't talked except when spoken to. Forget it, they'll be back tomorrow. They already gone to bed anyway. Rather than worry about the chaos they were creating earlier, I should simply enjoy the peace. I lay down on my bed and close my eyes. Being with the locals all day has tired me out. Right now, all I want to do is... breathe. Oh, for crying out loud. I regretfully open my eyes and peer towards the door to my bedroom.
I react the same exact way when someone comes into my room without asking. For crying out loud.
Watching the door carefully, I notice subtle movement as the intruder attempts to open the door more quietly than they started to. Feeling a familiar pair of ears enter my line of sight, followed by two timid, curious eyes. Nori? What are you doing here sneaking around like that?
Ah, you caught me. Wasn't sure if it would be better to wait till you were asleep or not.
If what would be better? Hey, wait! Without responding verbally, Mary walks over to my bed and crawls on top. She then inches forward all her fours until she's right next to me, sitting with her legs at her sides. What are you doing, Mary? If you want someone to sleep next to, go keep Fuyu company.
Usually I would, but
But what?
Fuyu has been a bit, restless ever since we went to the hot spring.
Ah.
Oh, they're in
freezing
heat.
now?
Oh no.
Oh. Having to deal with while we're bathing is one thing, but I can see how sleeping next to her might be problematic. So your plan is to sleep next to me instead? You can't sleep without being right beside someone. You might want to give up on running away from home all by yourself. Mary giggles at my remark.
You got me there. But you know I didn't just come here to sleep.
Before I can ask Mary to elaborate, she has started to worm her way under my blanket. Well, oi! Mary, what do you think you're doing?
This is my bed! Sleeping?
Sleeping.
Just sleeping.
Fine. Whatever. Just hurry up and go to sleep.
Yes.
I close my eyes and roll onto my side, facing away from Mary. Unfortunately, even without looking at her, I'm unable to settle down. The sound of her breath continues to stimulate me. I can feel her body warmth on my back, even without her touching me. There's no way I'm gonna be able to sleep like this. Calm down, Rouge. She's here to sleep, nothing more. Bear with it, and...
Oh, well.
Oh! A yelp of surprise escapes from my lips. A pair of long, slender arms wrap themselves around my neck. The next moment, two soft, bulging mounds are pressed against my back, and I can feel Mary's legs intertwining with mine. Is Mary trying to warm up?
I think she's doing something else.
Her and Fuyu sleep pretty close together, but maybe Mary's... Aha! As I try to rationalize Mary's actions, one of her hands travels down to my waist. I nearly grab her wrist in order to prevent her from going any further. Mary, what are you doing? That place is...
Oh no. She's doing things. I don't know if I can do this scene on stream, y'all. Okay. Let's, I don't want to, like, skip the whole thing, but I will,
Censor?
yeah, I will take off the screen for now, and then we'll skip through some of it. Because she's doing the things, and at least there's nothing, like, showing, but that's basically what's happening, so. Okay, she's done. Wait. Is she done? I don't know. Okay. I think it's safe.
Oh. Shay. I know that you don't really want this. You're just driven by instinct and acting on impulse. I know I'm just taking advantage of that. Berkeley Mary begins to dress herself. She looks dejected as she stares down herself, but doesn't protest at all. As she was forceful enough as acting moments ago, Mary isn't going to try and make me do something I disagree with. Besides, seeing that Mary is fully dressed, I turn to face her. This isn't the kind of thing you should do on the spur of the moment with someone you barely know. You should say this kind of thing for someone you love. Mary refuses. After a few seconds of silence, she tilts her head up and looks me in the
Here
eyes.
it is, guys. Then as long as I love the other person, it's okay.
If the other person feels the same way about you, then yeah.
Consent! I see. So you don't share my feelings after all.
Huh?
Oh no!
Shuffles off her bed and stands up. No!
No!
Just before passing through.
I'll just have to keep working hard until you do.
I'm fine with that. Saying so at a volume no greater than a whisper, Mary leaves my bedroom, closing the door behind her. Even after Mary is gone, I stare at the door silently for a while, trying to piece together everything that just happened. Whatever it just transpired, I don't think I'll ever be able to look at Mary the same way again. Since the night I spent with Mary, she has undergone an unexpected but unwelcome change. Her attentiveness has increased several-fold, and so has her attention to detail. She's been working dutifully to earn her keep, but at the same time she appears to be at my side every spare moment she gets. As a result, my cabin seems permanently filled with the smell of food, and the entire place is cleaner than it's ever been before. On the other hand, however...
Rouge, I'm all done cleaning the kitchen. You know what that means.
I know. Come here.
Yeah.
Mary lets out a cry of pleasure as I pat her.
That feels so good, Rouge. Your hands are to die for. I don't think I'll ever be able to leave you now.
Real subtle, Mary. Lately, Mary has been really driving home the fact that she doesn't want to leave my cabin. Strangely, has been getting on her case so much about it either. She seems to be torn about whether to reprimand Mary or to go along with her selfishness. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do about all this.
Rouge, when you finish reading, would you like to... Oh, you know, where we left off the other night?
Huh? Mary, what are you suggesting exactly?
Oh, geez, don't make me say it. You know what I'm talking about, Rouge. The entire neighborhood knows what you're talking about. Couldn't you do lovebirds? Keep it to yourself.
Lovebirds?
Hee hee.
Mary smiles, her cheeks red, as she accepts Fuyu's designation without protest.
I suppose it would be inappropriate to go any further while Fuyu is here. Very well, we'll continue this discussion later. For the time being, I'll return to cleaning. Don't neglect to reward me once I'm finished, Rouge.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, Mary.
Gross. It's bad enough when the princess was acting on her own. Now you started playing along, she's getting even worse.
Playing along? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb, I know exactly what's going on here. Princess wants to stay here with you, and you're letting her think that she can. You're both using each other, yet you're too dumb to realize it.
Come on, Fuyu, don't be like that. Mary and I are making the best of a bad situation. We both know that she'll be returning to her pack soon enough.
Human, do you actually believe what you just said?
Fuyu narrows her eyes and glares at me coldly.
Princess is serious about staying here, with you. Her advances on you are not a joke, and I think you know this. You're going to have to give her your answer sooner or later, Rouge. If you don't, that girl will surely force your hand.
Fuyu's warning still fresh in my mind. I spend the rest of the day replaying the past few days and over in my mind. With Mary's increased kinship to her over her top attentiveness, and especially her not subtle mentions of staying in my cabin indefinitely. All of this, in addition to Mary's visit to my room, paints a clear picture. But you was right. Mary really does want to stay here with me. Not just as a resident of the cabin either. She seems to want more than that. But do I have what it takes to give Mary what she wants? I turn onto my side and close my eyes as Mary's face comes to mind. I like Mary, I really do. I enjoy having her in deep inside. There's definitely a part of me in which wants her to keep staying here with me. But I also know that if I do give in to her, things will not end well. Staying here with me would mean making Mary abandon her friends and family. She'd be isolated, left only with me and for company. If I truly cared about her, then I could bring myself to wish such a fate upon her.
Rouge, are you still awake? I was hoping to speak with you before you fall asleep.
Brought back to reality by Mary's soothing voice, I sit up to face her. I'm still awake. What's wrong with Mary? Is something troubling you?
You could say that. Could we possibly talk outside?
I nod, the unspoken understanding that Boogie might be listening in such a small house. Outside the air is cool, but not overly unpleasant. Mary leads us in a small clearing near the house. Satisfied that we are far enough out earshot from Fuyu, Mary turns to me.
Aww. Don't cry! Rouge, I don't know if you've realized this, but these past few days I've been dropping a number of hints about staying here.
Hints? She says? Pardon, there's nothing indirect or vague about her statements at all. Suppressing the urge to retort, I let Mary speak.
Rouge, I don't want to inconvenience you or to pressure you into making a decision. However, I don't have the leisure of waiting indefinitely while you decide my fate either. So I want to ask you directly, right here and now. Rouge, will you let me stay here with you in this cabin?
I bite my lip as Mary's watery eyes bore into my skull, as I struggle to answer her. Truthfully, your question is one I don't yet have an answer to. It's a serious question with equally serious consequences, and something I needed time to think about, lest I do something reckless or irresponsible. Be that as it may, my time is not on my side. Just as Mary stated, she can't wait forever, nor I can expect her to. Mary requires an answer sooner rather than later. Her pack needs to know if she will lead it, and Mary must begin to plan the next stage of her life accordingly. Unfortunately for Mary, however, if I'm forced to reach a decision right this second, then it won't be the one she wants to hear. I'm sorry, Mary. Well, my answer is no. Why can't I make the decision? I can't let you stay here.
I see. I apologize for asking such a selfish question. It was wrong of me to attempt to force myself on you like this.
With her lips quivering and her hands clenched tightly, Miriam looks down at her feet as she fights back tears. Try as she might to put on a brave face, her disappointment is clear.
I'm sorry, Rouge. I'm so sorry. I've been nothing but a burden to you this entire time. Now that it's time to go, I'm trying to take advantage of your kindness once more. I'm truly a detestable person.
You're wrong, that isn't at all. I grab Mary's shoulder and firmly enforce him to look in my eyes. Mary, you haven't been a burden. In fact, it's been a pleasure to have you here. Any human would be lucky to take you in. It's just I'm doing this for your own good. I know about your situation back home and why you want to leave, but that's exactly why I can't take you in. You can't stay here with me like this. You need to return to your pack before you've lost them forever.
But you said that you're out here to be free. To get away from your family that expected so much of you.
I know, and I'm sorry. In reality, our situations are not the same, Mary. You have actually lives counting on you. Well, I gave up when things got too difficult. I ran away before I even tried to take over the company, but now I'll never know if it would have been too much for me or not. I'm not as strong as you think I am. Real strength comes from facing your problems head on. I'm not here because of freedom. I'm not here because I ran away. I don't want you to make that same mistake.
You are too kind, Rouge. Even now when I'm troubling you, you're still trying to spare my feelings. But you don't need to pretend anymore. If you simply tell me that you dislike me or do not want me around you anymore, I will leave without a fight.
Jeez. Fine, have it your way. If words won't get through you, then maybe actions will.
Rouge, well, what are you? Oh, smoochies.
I'm getting gay vibes from this.
Gay.
Before Mary can protest, I grab her shoulders and press my lips against hers. Forcefully, yet not so hard to try to kiss her, I kiss Marie, causing her eyes to open wide in surprise. Despite her shock, Mary does not push me away.
Rouge.
Try to pull away from Mary, but the moment I do, she wraps her arms around my back. Her surprise has turned into lust, and she isn't prepared to let me go so quickly.
Rouge, does this mean?
Yeah. I like you, Mary, more than anyone I have known in a very long time. Before I met you, I thought I was destined to live the rest of my life out here in solitude, far away from everyone and everything. But being here with you, Mary, you remind me of the good that comes from being with other people. I wasn't trying to make you feel better earlier, Mary. I really enjoyed your company. I would have overjoyed to have you here with me from now on. But that's also why I have to let you go. But Mary's joyful smile turns into lost sadness in your heartbeat. No matter how many nice words I fly off, the end result is still that Mary must go.
Why? I don't understand. If you care about me too, then why can't I stay here? Why can't we be together? Why?
I don't answer. Then I move my head to kiss her cheek as she quietly sobs.
Why do things have to be this way? All I want is to stay here with you, just as I have been until now. Why won't you let me?
Once again, I kiss Mary's cheek while I avoid him with eye contact. Even without looking at her, I can tell that she's crying. Every convulsion of her body is transmitted to me clearly.
I wish I was born human. And I would be free to choose my own life without worrying about the pack or about doing what's best for everyone. More than that, if I were human, then maybe I could have been together with you after all. No.
That's not it. No. A few days passed by after my tearful nighttime discussion. Given time to process what was said, both girls gradually returned to their usual selves, and we go back to how we were before our trip to the hot spring. Aside from the occasional sidelong glance, we returned to our previous dynamic without incident.
Come on, princess. What's taking so long? Just pick a movie and put it in. I need another minute. I've narrowed my choice down to 2 tapes, but I'm having a hard time deciding on one. So watch one tonight and one tomorrow. It's not a big deal. Yeah, but... Ugh. Rouge, can we watch both of these tonight? No, you pick... Oh, that's you.
Oh, no, you pick one. Oh, you picked one. That's what we agreed on.
Aw, no fair.
Mary sulks as she goes back to decide which movie she wants to watch tonight. Sheesh, Mary's acting more and more human by the day. I was right to worry about the negative impact of having the girls stay here. They seem to be getting just a little bit too used to human culture. At the rate things are going, they won't be able to integrate back into their pack. I leave the girls alone and walk into the kitchen. I then turn on the radio to listen for any changes in the weather and any plans that have cleared. I enjoy having the two here, but we really need to get them home sooner rather than later. The longer they stay, the more difficult it's going to be all of us when they inevitably leave. After listening to the radio for a short while, I turn it back off. With a smile on my lips, I return to the living room. Oh well, no use worrying about it until the paths are still blocked. Once a clear route back to the girl's den has surfaced, then we'll talk.
Rouge, Rouge, I've reached a decision.
You have? About returning home?
Uh-huh. Tonight we'll watch the rest of the Grasslands documentary. Then tomorrow we'll watch this movie about the Man of Iron. Iron Man.
Oh, you were talking about what we'll be watching. Alright, sounds good to me, so I didn't pick you for a fan of superheroes.
Superheroes?
Yeah, the second movie you picked. It's about a man with a suit of high-tech armor who goes around fighting bad guys.
Oh, is that what it's about? I thought it was an educational film about blacksmiths.
Why would I even have something like that?
In that case, I'll pick something else. I'm not fond of violence.
Alright, you go do... that. I look down at my feet as I hear a crunching sound from below. When I raise my foot, I notice crumbs of food on the rug. Mary, I thought you already cleaned the living room today.
Hmm? Oh yes, the food scraps on the floor. My apologies. I haven't yet started to sweep those up.
Sweep them up?
Yes, I will start shortly right after I have picked another movie.
No. You don't need to sweep anything up. With a rug, it will be too difficult. Haven't you heard of a vacuum cleaner?
Vacuum cleaner?
Never mind, it'll be quicker to just show you how it works. I head into the storeroom and find the vacuum cleaner tucked away in the back corner. After ringing up the recharge, I bring it back to the living room, turn it on, and...
Oh, they're gonna do this again. F! Just be careful, that thing is.
Mary walks backwards into the kitchen looking for a weapon to defend herself with. No, Mary, settle down. This machine is...
Ah! Another one! And this one managed to get into the cabin. Quick, princess, behind me! I'll take it out! Phil, you! Please be careful! It's already got Rouge cornered! If it feels threatened, it might attack her. Not on my watch.
Girls calling, not this shit again. I know this always unsettles you, but it's just a machine, it won't hurt you.
That's what you said about the last one, and it swallowed you whole! Not taking any chances with this one. Pretend to fight the vacuum cleaner! I love that. I don't think this choice matters, honestly.
I'm just gonna start cleaning.
Okay. Valid.
When the girls are facing off against the vacuum cleaner, I grab it by the hand and move the vacuum back and forth.
Could you imagine, though?
The vacuum sucks up the crumbs left on the floor, leaving it much cleaner than the state before.
It's moving, Fuyu! It's moving! Stay back! I'm warning you! These fangs and claws aren't for show! Yes, that's right! We will not go down without a fight!
My goodness, you two, why can't you just listen to me? Look, I'm turning it off, okay? Having cleaned the floor around where we usually eat, I turn the vacuum cleaner off.
I love that, because that's such, like, dog behavior. To, like, bark at the vacuum cleaner and stuff.
Mm-hmm. The moment I do, the noise stops and both girls begin to relax.
Is it dead? Careful, princess. It may be lulling us into a false sense of security. Allow me to investigate. Okay, be careful. Easy does it. Easy. Now!
Hey, what are you... Stop that!
How?
Well, we enter striking range. You like to set the vacuum cleaner and sinks your teeth into it. Oh, you stop that. You don't need to attack it. It's already dead, okay?
Are you sure, Rouge?
Yes, I'm sure. Stop biting it, will you?
If you insist. Didn't taste very good anyway.
Of course it didn't. It's plastic. Patting us up on the back while enjoying praise from our princess, Leo leads Mary into the next room. You know, I assessed the damage to the vacuum, which thankfully isn't as bad as it seems. Hang on, how many times do I have to tell those girls? Maybe I should send them to a hot spring or something the next time I want to use the vacuum or the truck. I mean, in a way, I guess it's good. But they aren't completely used to life here. If they are going to rejoin their pack, and it's best for them that they don't get too comfortable here. But really, of all things, I wish they'd learn. Well, so they stay here. Not attacking appliances is a pretty big one. Crawling to myself, I take the vacuum cleaner back to the storeroom and put it where I found it. Still, maybe it wouldn't be so bad if those girls got used to liking. I mean, I want what's best for them, and I'm certain that what's best is for them to return their pack, but even so. If, hypothetically, they couldn't return their pack, then it's not like it would be the end of the world. Conflicted, I returned to their living room. Oh well, I guess it's Emil's concern as long as the path is still blocked. Right now, we're all stuck together, whether we like it or...
The fuck? Princess? Princess, are you there? Followed your scent to this cabin. Please, Princess, if you're there, answer me. A visitor for me? Oh no. And that voice. Princess, it's someone from our pack. They found a way through the snow. Yes, that must be it. Quickly, let us see her at once.
With a solemn look on her face, Miriam walks over to the door. She unlocks the door and begins to open it. With a point, her facial expression changes immediately.
Princess! Oh my goodness. What happened to you? Was the trek over here so treacherous?
When the girl over the door, always summons another wolf girl. Unlike Mary, however, this girl before them appears to be heavily injured.
No, the path is clear. There's no problem there. Before the path was cleared, however.
The injured girl looks Mary in the eye as she speaks.
Princess, your mother. My mother? What about my mother? Is she okay? Princess. The avalanche which occurred during your absence injured many of us, myself included. For every one of us injured by the avalanche, however, 2 of us were killed. Among those killed by the avalanche was your mother. The queen is dead? Oh no. No, no, no! My deepest apologies, Princess, but there's no time for you to grieve. Your mother's passing, you were presumed dead as well. In light of that, a challenge was made for the throne. A challenge? Who would dare? One of the surviving hunters. He took advantage of the confusion and loss of life and declared himself the new alpha male. If you don't hurry back, Princess, he truly become the new pack leader and take from you what is rightfully yours.
The injured wolf girl barely remains standing, supported solely by desperation and anger.
Princess, did you hear that? We must leave at once. But Mother... There's no time for mourning. If you wish to honor your mother's memory, then claim the throne she left for you. But I...
Don't even want the throne? Those words which Mary cannot say in front of her injured kin are transmitted to me directly as clear as day. What weighs on my mind is not the leadership of the pack, but the death of our beloved mother. Unfortunately, the other 2 wolf girls present are not about to give her the time to grieve.
Princess, please, you must return and take the throne. Too many of us have already been injured or killed. What we need now more than ever is the stability of the royal family's leadership. I agree, Princess. If we do not return now, who knows what fate will befall our pack. Take on the role left for you by your parents, Princess. Become our new leader. I understand what you're asking of me. I really do, but...
Avoiding the gaze of 2 innocent wolf girls, Mary looks at me for help. Staring at me pleadingly, she appears to be on the brink of tears as she seeks my advice. Unfortunately for Mary, I agree with her clansmen. You need to go, Mary.
Rouge?
This is your fight, Mary. It's for the future of your pack, which both your parents died to protect. If you don't go, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life.
But I...
Stand directly in front of Mary and give her a tight smile. It's okay. We'll look after your friend here. When you're done sorting out your pack business, I'll still be right here waiting for you to hear the good news. So leave, return to your pack. And then when all of this is over, if you still want to come back and see me, I'll welcome you with open arms. Mary looks up to me as her eyes fill with hope, as I give her one final chance to escape. Sort out your pack bonus, then make your decision. That is my advice to her.
Very well. I will go and fulfill my obligation. Okay, so this is the next, like, important decision.
Damn, I don't know what would be good. Because, I mean, I wouldn't want her to leave. I'll tell the girls to wait.
Okay. Let us.
Hang on a second. I entered Mary with assistance, causing the wolf girls to look at me in surprise. I know that you said you should leave, but I didn't mean right now. Stay here for tonight, eat well, sleep well, and prepare yourself for what you'll soon be facing.
But I
place my index finger over Miri's lips as she tries to protest. We almost died twice in the short time we've known each other, Miri. Please don't attempt to fate a third time. Make whatever preparations you need tonight, and settle everything tomorrow. Would you do that for me, Miri?
Alright, I understand. If you're the one asking, Rouge, then I will do as you say. Now, hold on just a minute there. We don't have time to play around here any longer. Even now, our kin must be...
You too, William.
Eh?
I placed my hand, which was resting on Miri's lips a moment ago, on William's shoulder. I know you feel like you need to go right this second without any delay, but please, think about this for a second. Your friends need urgent care, and Miri has learned of her mother's death. Do you really think that rushing headfirst into the action is the right thing to do?
Well, that is...
And of course there's your own health to worry about as well, William.
Mine?
That's right. You're on edge, surprised, feeling restless. Worried about your kin, but also you're about your friend right here. If you go out there while your head is muddled, you're only going to wind up getting hurt. And the last thing I want is for you to end up in the same state as your friend here.
Rouge.
With slightly reddened cheeks, Julia opens her eyes wide and stares at me.
Yeah?
Julia jumps in surprise as her injured friend suddenly cleared her throat.
Honestly, you two, you allowed yourself to be charmed by a human girl so easily. Disappointed in you both. Especially you, Fuyu. Happened to the cautious soldier who despised humans and claimed that they weren't to be trusted. Does this woman truly change you in such a short amount of time? Listen.
Miri and Fuyu both look down at their feet as her friend chides them. And your wolf girl doesn't mince her words, nor does she display any joy on her face as she speaks. She truly is bewildered by the choices of her companions.
That being said, that human may have a point. Our opponent is formidable. If you go out there without a plan, you'll likely wind up rushing to your deaths. Before you leave, let me explain to you in depth what's going on and who you're up against.
For the next couple hours, the wolf girls talk to her friend while treating her wounds. Miri and Fuyu listen intently to the events that may have transpired during their absence. From the search of Miri to the avalanche and all cope, all the drama is recounted for the sake of the two girls.
Mother, I had no idea. While we were idling around here, our pack has been... Yes, I'm afraid things haven't been going well since your disappearance, Princess. Most of the problems we now face are the result of recent weather conditions. Be that as it may, the absence of a leader has naturally compounded the issue. Can't believe everyone fell to pieces from the moment our leader perished. Functioning as a pack is great and all, but when do we all lose all our sense of autonomy? It's because I wasn't there. If I had just stayed put, then this would all...
Miri and Fuyu lament the state of their pack. With heavy hearts, they regret their absence in the pack's time of need and the consequences of their actions. Even if they weren't directly responsible for anything that has happened, they understand the impact their decisions.
The one who's trying to take over, does he have the support of the pack? Not especially. However, in a time where we've lost a great number of our members and everyone is frightened, a strong male presence is not to be underestimated. The pack needs a leader now more than ever. If this matter is left alone, it won't be long before he gains the pack's support. That is troublesome. When you say a strong male, do you mean... I meant that literally, yes. To be blunt, even if you both fought him at once, you wouldn't stand a chance. If you're to defeat him in combat, you must come up with a solid strategy. Set traps, lure him onto thin ice, use weapons from this human's house, do whatever it takes. Is fighting really the only way? If we do defeat him, it won't bring back those who have already been killed. Yes, but it will secure your position as pack leader and restore the pack's stability. Even so... Don't worry, Princess, you needn't lift a finger. I will take care of that traitor all by myself. Few, I understand how you feel, but I don't think you should take this man on solo. In a battle to the death, one more set of hands can easily sway the outcome.
While the girls talk strategy, I head into the kitchen and start making lunch. I try to focus on the textbook in hand, but for the most part, I find myself deep in thought. Tormented by the reality of what my guests will soon face here, I begin to feel like my time together is finally about to come to an end. Having those two leave my home was supposed to be what I wanted from the very beginning. And yet, rather than see them off with a smile on my face, I should have stopped them. Why? Why did I do that? Mary are going to return to their pack, and they will be reunited with their friends and family and resume to their day-to-day lives. I'll return to my life of solitude. I won't need to take care of anyone else, or show consideration for anyone else. I'll be able to live as the life I choose. That is what's best for everyone. I know it is. So why is that I feel like I should get involved?
Get involved! Get involved!
Day drags on, a solemn atmosphere fills the cabin. Feeling desperate to protect Mary, spend her time with her injured friend, thinking up ways to fight their common enemy. Look around the cabin. Materials which is fashion traps talk about the way to rally the other wolves at all times seem to be taking the matter quite seriously. Mary, on the other hand, separates herself from the others and sulks on her own. No doubt followed by thoughts of her deceased mother. She remains silent, not saying or doing anything as she mourns all by herself. While the other girls do as they see fit, I try to give them as much space as I can. Contrary to how I feel, I realize that this is a half-wolf matter, and not something that which a half-human should get involved in. As much as it pains me to see the gentle, kind-hearted wolf girls in this state, I won't butt in their affairs.
Excuse me, Rouge? May I speak to you for a moment?
Oh, Mary, there you are. What's up?
I just wanted to speak to you about something. In private.
I look past Mary, over the shoulder to the other girls. Earlier and the injured wolf girl are busy looking over the map I lent them, and appear to be completely absorbed in what they're doing. We could probably just talk about it here. Christine seemed pretty distracted.
Yes, I suppose you're right. Even so.
Mary looks down at her feet in dejection. Whatever she seems to talk about, it seems like there isn't something she's comfortable talking in front of the others. Alright. Why don't we go in the room and talk in there?
Can we? I mean, if it isn't too much trouble.
No trouble, just let me...
Hey, Rouge, can I borrow you for a second?
Hold on a minute. Can this wait for you, Mary and I, or are we just about to...
Do you ask about the rope? Give me a minute, would you? That's what I'm asking about. So, Rouge, we were just thinking about traps we could set up, but it seems like...
Billy intercepts me the moment I was about to leave the room with Mary. Seeing this, Mary breathes a small sigh and tugs on my shirt.
I'll be waiting. So anyway, about those traps.
After supplying Billy with the information and material she needs, I begin my trek outside. Even though it's snowing a bit, it doesn't take long before I spot
I thought we were going to the room.
Yeah, me too. I spot Mary's footsteps in the snow leading a short ways from the house. Standing at the edge of the forest is Mary, who seems to be off on her own little world. Mary?
Rouge, I didn't hear you approaching.
So, what was that you wanted to talk to me about? It must be pretty serious if you don't want to talk about it in front of your own pack.
It is precisely because they are my pack that I do not wish for them to hear this.
Hmm?
Rouge, I've given this a lot of thought, especially after hearing of my mother's fate. Truth is, I don't think I have what it takes to be the pack leader. At least not on my own.
Marion, who was concentrating on her feet a moment ago, looks me dead in the eye. Rouge, I want you to join my pack. Oh my god, yes. I want
Rouge,
to.
I want you to join my pack.
Huh? You want me, a human, to join in a pack of half-wolves? I want to be a half-wolf,
I
too.
do.
You're kidding me. I try to laugh off Mary's comment. However, Mary shows an amusement on her face. It shows no amusement on her face, nor does she appear to be joking. You really want me to join you?
That's right.
Why? I'm a human. I don't belong to your pack. Besides, even if you have warned me, the rest of your pack won't accept me so easily.
Once I become the pack leader, it won't matter what they think of you. Nobody would dare to speak ill of the pack leader's mate.
The pack leader is what? Mary quickly covers her mouth, but her hands oh, and very red.
No, that is, you see, someone I personally chose and brought you into the pack. It would only be natural for people to, you know.
Mary begins to squirm as she casts her eyes toward her feet once more. Still red in the face, Mary looks up at me with upturned eyes.
Would that really be so bad? You said last time that it's okay as long as there's love, and I really do,
Mary's voice becomes barely audible as she forces herself to continue speaking.
Anyway, that's what I've been thinking. So please, Rouge, take your time and think about what I've said.
Someone full of life once more, Mary exits in her furry. Covering her face with her hands, she runs towards the captain and quickly disappearing from my sight. As she runs off, all I can do is sit here shocked, unable to comprehend what just happened. I must have heard Mary wrong. There's no way that she just said now what she just honestly feels. I mean, if I were to take everything Mary just said now, just not at face value and took her words literally, then the logical conclusion would be that she loves me.
Duh! Duh! Did you not hear everything she's been telling you?
As the morning rises, the inhabitants of all my cabin all wake up bright and early. Following breakfast, some last-minute planning, and a few concerned comments from the only human present, we all meet in the living room one more time.
I don't mean to rush you, Princess, but if you're planning to lay traps for the confrontation, you best hurry. Time is of the essence. Your opponent will not wait for you to gather your wits. Yes, I know. We will leave momentarily. Are you prepared to leave? Yes, Princess. I'm ready whenever you are. Excellent. In that case, we will not dally any longer.
Smiling resolutely, Mary turns to face me.
Rouge?
Yes, Mary?
While it pains me to leave you like this, I promise that our parting will not be for long. The kindness you have shown me until now shall not be forgotten, nor will I ever regret the time we have spent together. As soon as I'm able, I should come back here to see you.
Of course. You're welcome at any time. Same goes for you, Poofu. Don't be a stranger.
I suppose I might be able to make time for such an outing. Only as the princess's escort, of course. If she doesn't want me to come back here, then neither do I.
Yes, I understand.
Well, if nothing more needs to be said, I think it's time for us to head off. We'll be back as soon as we are able. However, should the worst happen...
Don't finish that sentence. You're going to be fine. In fact, I'm sure you'll be back here pestering me in no time.
I do hope so.
Bowing her head respectfully, Mary turns around with a smile on her face. Poofu, carrying some supplies down at the girls, mimics Mary's actions. Then, follow straight after her. Miri opens the door, ushering Fuyu out first, then follows her out in the snow.
Oh, Jesus, that door scared me.
I know, me too.
Why was that so loud? Okay.
A moment later, the door is shut, and all at once, silence consumes the cabin once more. Left in the company of the injured wolf girl, I find myself pacing restfully around the cabin as time slowly passes by. Watching the clock, waiting for something to happen, praying that the girls will be okay. I can't bring myself to relax or focus on anything unrelated to the wolf girl's plight. All I can do is curse my own inactivity as I worry about my former guest. Damn it! Why am I going so worked up over this? The girls are going to be fine. They've been planning their attack carefully. The traitor has no idea that they're coming for. They have a map, some crude traps that they made, and probably even the support of those followed Mary's parents. This should all be a walk in the park. So why do I...
Oh, for goodness sake, just go already.
I almost jump in surprise as my remaining guests suddenly piped up. Excuse me?
You heard me. I've been pacing around with that worried look on your face ever since the two left. If you're just going to spend the entire time worrying about them, why don't you just chase after them? They should be setting up, assuming they've even arrived yet. If you hurry, you should be able to catch up to them.
Shake my head and sigh. I can't do that. This is a half-wolf matter. A human like me shouldn't get involved.
Oh, please, it's a little late to be saying that now. You've already involved, whether you like it or not.
The injured wolf girl sits up on the couch and looks directly into my eyes.
I don't know what's going on between the three of you in this cabin, but the smell of pheromones coming from those girls is overwhelming. If they won't admit it, assure them that at least one of them has their eyes set on you. As soon as you take one of them as your mate, you'll be part of our pack anyway.
My eyes open wide as the wolf girl's words begin to register. Despite my instincts that I'm unrelated to the pack business, I should keep my nose out of their affairs. It seems the girls do not feel the same way. Take one of them as my mate. It couldn't be, could it? Mary's offer after her calling me the pack leader's mate. No way.
Looks like you already know what I'm talking about. Why not end your suffering and go after them? I'm sure they'll be happy to see you. Besides...
The wolf girl's eyes suddenly narrow.
They're going to need all the help they can get.
They what? What do you mean by that?
Exactly what I said. We made all the preparations we could in a short amount of time, but I doubt that it'll be enough. If it comes down to a direct confrontation between those two and the traitor, they will without a doubt be slaughtered.
Slaughtered? No, but Mary's the frightful heir, isn't she? Surely he'll give up, or the other members of the pack will help them.
I wouldn't count on that. The second he sees the princess, he will kill her, no matter who is around to witness such an act. Our pack responds to strength above all else. If the princess cannot defeat a potential usurper, then she will not be accepted anyway.
No way. I thought facing that guy was just a last resort, not a necessity. If those two have to fight them by themselves, they'll be... Without another moment of thought, I run towards the storm room and grab my axe. In response to my sudden action, the injured wolf girl smiles at me sincerely for the first time.
Best of luck, human. Go and protect your mate, no matter what hardship lies in your wake.
Without sparing a moment to respond to the wolf girl's wounds, I nod absent-mindedly and rush out of the living room. I jump into my truck and placing my axe on my lap and start the engine. Before the injured girl can react to the noise of the engine, I drive out into the snow, throwing caution to the wind as I follow the path that Fuyu once led me down. Alright, this should be it. If I recall, the path up here is where there was once a pile of snow. Blocking this path, there is now level ground. Whether someone cleared it out, or nature has simply taken its course, I don't know. All I care is about the fact that I can keep driving right into the den of Fuyu in Miri. Wait for me, girls. I'm coming.
I'm coming for you.
Getting to drive in the snow, no longer sure of which direction I'm supposed to be heading. Having never gone this far around the mountain before, I have no way of knowing if I'm heading towards the girl's den or in the complete opposite direction. Damn it. What did that map say again? I knew I should have kept it in the truck. Just as frustrated as threatens to take over, I noticed something in the distance. A few figures around in the snow, two of them are quickly circling around another, while the third takes distance. As I grow closer, I recognize two of the figures. Fuyo! Fury! And that must be... Clutch the axe resting on my lap, and I focus on the third party. Facing off against Fuyo is a large creature, more wolf than man, easily several times her size. Fuyo is fighting, but clearly tired. Against the giant towering over her, she doesn't stand a chance. Shit. Rather than slow down, I press my foot against the side.
Run him over!
Part of my truck and green screen is threatening to spin out of control at any moment. I rapidly approach my target. Fuyo, jump!
What?
Jumping out of the way just in time, Fuyo narrowly avoids being hit by my truck. Her opponent, however, is not so lucky. Shit, I'm losing control of the wheel. Damn it all! Without a moment's spare, I undo my seatbelt, grab my axe, and bail of the truck. A few seconds later, the truck swerves off to the side of the mountain, descending who knows how many miles before meeting its ultimate untimely demise. Shit.
Rouge? Why are you...
Talk later. I hit him pretty hard, but I don't think it'll be enough to kill that bastard.
You're gonna have to get a new truck, though.
Yeah. Damn.
Those things are expensive.
I know. If responding to my words, I feel a presence manifest behind me. Turn around, swinging my axe wildly, hoping to nail the wolf's head in the head. Fortunately, my luck appears to have run out.
Roar! Oh. Human filth!
My axe strikes the wolf in what I assume to be its rib cage. Fortunately, my attack only serves to enrage the beast. The moment he swipes his mighty claw sideways, ripping the axe from my hands. Before I can as much reach for my weapon, the wolf pounces on me, hitting me to the ground.
Die, human!
My eyes widen as the wolf raises its claws. Pinned to the ground with no hope of watching terror as the lumbering razor-sharp appendage is swung down. Hi, Jen! With more weight and precision behind it than I would dare to imagine, time appears to slow to a halt as death beckons to me all too soon. No, you can't die! Get away from my mate!
Oh, stupid little... Come here! Princess! You'll pay for that, traitor!
The moment I resigned myself to death, I opened my eyes to find an unbelievable sight.
Yeah, well?
Despite the difference in their size, the sheer hopelessness of our situation, Nori and Fuyo are desperately fighting off the alpha male. You girls. What are you doing here? You should have taken the opportunity to run away. I could never do that. How could I possibly run away with my tail between my legs while you saved me yet again? Forget about keeping the score. We're talking about life and death here. You should flee and save yourself. Never. Even if I lose my life, I will not let my guard down again. For you and I will hold him off. While we do that, please escape. Oh, yeah, Niawu. Oh, yeah, right. I didn't come all this way to watch this chump take you both out. I rise to my feet, grabbing my axe as I do. There are only two ways I'm leaving this place. As a corpse, or together with my mate.
Aww. Why does main character give me, like, Kobayashi vibes? You know?
I know, right?
Roar! The human again! Die, you miserable piece of...
Whack.
I should be a werewolf for Halloween, you're right.
With the two wolf goats holding our funny back, I land 2 clear, heavy blows straight to the male's head. This is enough to knock him unconscious, but for the first time since the girls have engaged him, he appears to be weakening. Fortunately, his strength is too much for the girls to bear. The 2 of them are tossed about as though they are weightless, using all of their strength to merely hang off the wolf's limbs as he moves about. Pain spreads on the girl's face. They won't last much longer. Bastard. Take your hands off her.
Ooh, get fucking
Oh.
wrecked. You
Back.
worthless. Grr.
I strike the wolf again and again, ignoring every warning my body gives me as I push myself far beyond my limits.
Fuck you, bro.
Fight back! Fight back! My axe splinters but remains in one piece. Even as it collides with a wolf's thick skull, it avoids destruction. Somehow it avoids destruction. Only good for one more strike. I raise the axe over my head and put an end to the fight once and for all.
Get fucking wrecked.
Not so tough now, are ya?
Gotta get the
Barely able
last
to
quip
stand.
in.
I leap over to the unconscious wolf's ragged body, wielding half of the wooden axe, which is now good for stabbing prey with a broken end. I bring my weapon to the wolf's face.
Rouge, stop! Please, that's enough. Princess is right. Rouge, lower your weapon. Pack will take care of the rest.
Turning to face the girls, I regretfully drop my weapon. Even if I wanted to finish our opponent off, the truth is I don't have the strength.
Rouge, I'm so relieved. When you were pinned to the ground, I was so scared that I thought my heart would leap out of my chest. Why did you put yourself in harm's way like that?
Mary speaks with rare anger in her voice. It seems that despite being touched, she's also angry at me for risking my life. Be it the loss of blood, my overwhelming exhaustion, or a rare chink in the wall around my heart, I respond thusly. How could I not come with my mate who was in danger?
Oh, that's so sweet. Your mate? What I said before. Do you mean?
I chuckle at Mary's reaction.
They're really becoming U-Haul lesbians right now. Because they've only known each other for what, like a month or something? I don't know how long, actually. There's not a timeline, but now we're mates.
You're the one who said it first, Mary.
Yes.
Don't tell me you've changed your mind.
No, of course not. I can never change my mind about that. Not in a million years. But are you sure? You know the things you said about me being better off with my pack.
Yeah. I said a lot of stuff about that, huh? But you know, the way I see it, all I have to do is just join your pack and then everything will be fine, right?
I mean, she said it herself. She doesn't like humans, so go join wolves. You're right. You're right, you're right. Perfect. Rouge, do you really mean that?
I nod. I don't know what it's like to live with a pack of half-wolves or what kind of challenge will await me. All I know is the time I spent with you has been the best of my life.
Oh, my heart. That's so sweet.
If joining your pack is what it takes for those days we share together to come indefinitely, then it's a price I'll gladly pay.
Rouge.
Mary's legs buckle. She buries her face in her hands, crying tears of joy as emotion and fatigue overwhelm her.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I've put you through so much. I made you do so much for me, and yet you still...
Shh. It's alright, Mary. Enough apologizing. You didn't force me to do anything. Everything that's happened between us was my own choice, and I'd happily do it all over again.
Wow!
Mary continues to cry as I hold her in my arms. While the cart pack carts off the half of mail. Mary and Puyo and I take our leave. We slowly trudge through the snow, heading back to my cabin with clear exhaustion and relief painted all over our faces. Finally, it's over.
Hell yeah, we did it, everybody.
Upon returning to the cabin, we waste no time in making herself useful.
I guess we won't need the truck anyway.
She takes the gear I have been using to treat her friend, picks up where I left off, and clumsily figuring out herself how human medicine works. Before long, we use treatments in dialogue with the injured girl rather than actual application of medicine. Tells the injured girl of everything that's happened, including the many embarrassing things that were said. Thankfully, by the time she gets to that part, I already left the room. So is Mary. So here we are again. I'd asked this once just to make sure, but are you really okay with this?
I appreciate your concern, Rouge, but it is unnecessary. If I didn't want this, I wouldn't have come here the first time.
Smiling gently, Mary sits down on the edge of my bed. Despite her apparent composure, I can see that her hands are shaking. I don't miss the quick glances that she throws my way. Prepared or not, Mary's still nervous.
Do you remember what you said last time, Rouge? That you told me that I should save myself for someone I love and only do this with them if they love me back. I'm sure it goes without saying at this point, but I love you, Rouge. From the bottom of my heart, I truly do love you. Oh.
Mary fidgets, her face bright red as she smiles and looks down at the floor.
How about you, Rouge? I mean, not to put you on the spot, but...
I love you too, Mary.
My
And
gay
everything
heart.
I said today. About staying with you, joining your pack, and of course,
We love the girls' love.
becoming your mate. Mary's body grows rigid as my heartfelt words reach her. It takes Mary a few seconds to settle down, but once she does, a lengthy sigh escapes from her lips.
In that case, this time around, there's no reason to hold back. Oh, we're doing a thing again. Hold on. We're gonna skip. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh. So I'm guessing we did it.
We did the things, yeah.
So we had sex, okay.
Yeah, we did the things. Okay, I'm not putting that on the stream. Okay. There you go. More text. You can read this one.
As the mate of the new pack leader, my daily life has become busier and more tiring than I previously thought possible. Mary's pack, even after losing so many of its members, is still of a significant size. I could spend years as part of the pack and still never manage to remember everyone's name. Thankfully, to my surprise, the pack welcomes me just as it does Marie. Mary, the rightful heir, and Rouge, the human who defeated the would-be usurper. Needless, we are a pair whom everybody had their eyes on. Despite my position by Mary's side, there's surprisingly little expected of me. My main duty with the pack is to teach everyone, particularly the young cubs, about human society. How to watch out for traps, when to flee, when to fight, which human supplies are edible, and so on.
Oh.
And one thing Mary specifically requested of me when I joined the pack. With a beautiful ornament wooden ring, Mary adhered to human traditions one night while getting down on one knee.
Oh, look at her! She's so cute!
I gotta say, of all things I expect to happen to me, after getting married was not one of them. Heck, I didn't even know how half-bulls did that kind of stuff.
From what you've told me about human marriages, it seems like there are quite a number of differences between those and the ones we hold. Our weddings ultimately come down to a simple pledge, to love one another until the day we both die.
Yeah, human ones are a bit more complicated than that. They're more about spending lots of money, taking photos, applying for tax breaks.
I hate that that's how it is. Tax breaks?
Forget it. It was just a joke. Really, though, to think that you'll be leading all of these people.
Will be leading all of these people. I may be the official leader, but I still will be counting on you to assist me as much as possible.
Oh? I thought my duties were to help Fuyu raise the pack's cubs and teach them about human culture.
Those are important too, but that isn't all you'll be doing. Of course, if nothing else, I won't ever let you forget about your main job.
My main job? And if
Aww.
waiting to be asked a question, holds me for the million, kisses me on the cheek.
Stay by my side forever and ever.
That's a promise I can make.
Oh,
With a kiss, we make our vows.
no, it's so cute. There it is. I love that. That's so cute. Aww. Happy gay marriage. We love it. We love to see it. Thank you for playing. I always love when the developers say that. It makes me so happy. Oh, that was so sweet. I guess this is all the text, the images and stuff. They must all be linked together, because there's only 3 here, and I know there's more than that.
Yeah.
Unless I'm supposed to, like, scroll or something? No. No, there's just 1. Okay. Weird. I wonder why they're locked. Maybe I need to get all the endings to unlock the rest of them. I don't know. Anyways, that was really sweet. Oh, I love the snowball fight. That was so cute. So there is the two choices besides the comfort one are lead to the bad endings, and then the comfort and the follow, the comfort Mirari and the follow Fuyu, that leads to which wolf girl you want to romance. So if you comfort Mirari, you end up with Mirari. If you follow Fuyu, then you end up with Fuyu. You see? I don't know what the bad endings are, but apparently it's extremely sad. It made the guide person cry, so I don't really want to do those, to be honest. But yeah, did you like? Was it fun?
I loved it.
Yeah, I'm glad. I like the Mirari ending. I feel like it feels like the true ending for me.
I was actually gonna pick that from the start.
Yeah. I like her. I like Fuyu too, but Mirari's just so sweet and precious, and I love that. Also, like, being queens of the wolf pack together. Mwah. We love to see it. We love to see it. That's like life goals right there. Lesbian life goals. Alright. Alright, so we beat the game, everybody. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching us beat the game. Let's go find somebody to raid. Oh. Let's see who's around. Who is streaming right now? Everybody else is streaming. I love that everybody else is streaming, like, spooky shit, and I'm over here playing lesbian wolf girls. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Gotta do what we gotta do. I will be doing some spooky sometime, hopefully. I thought about doing the, Resident Evil 4 DLC that just came out for the remake. But I haven't bought it yet, so... I don't know who to raid. None of my, like, favorite people are online right now. We're gonna raid Pantapuff. She's actually not a VTuber. She's an IRL streamer, but she's a cosplayer and a gamer. And she also made my, she's a sewer, and she also made my Heather Journey costume. So I commissioned it off her. She's very sweet, and she also makes costumes and on Fiverr and stuff. So I would love if you all would check her out and support her. She's really sweet, and we will go support her today. Apparently she's doing cosplay and game stuff today. She's on just chatting right now, so I'm not sure exactly what she's doing, but either way, thanks everybody so much for stopping by this surprise Magic Hunter stream we weren't supposed to do today, but here we are. I wanted to beat the game, and I had the time, so here we are. I will be doing a cosplay stream sometime soon, either on Saturday or Sunday. I might start next week, or I might do Sunday after work tomorrow, if I feel up to it, but my schedule's just kind of like when I have time and energy, you know? So, but I do want to do something spooky sometime by the end of this month. Maybe Rouge can be there too! I don't know if you like spooky stuff.
Yeah, as long as it's not gory, then I can do that.
Yeah, okay. Well, I will look at stuff. But anyways, thanks everybody so much for being here and stopping by to watch the rest of the game with us. We will be back sometime, hopefully at least next Friday, and whenever we can. So we will see you all next time.